Dude, I can't believe you freaking
You put
your
ice
hand
in Joseph Magnus.
You put your hand in my glass.
You put ice in Joseph Magnus.
You put your hand in my glass.
Who cares? You put ice in Joseph. It's bourbon. It'll disinfect.
All right, we're jumping into this debate right now.
Let's do it.
What is the right way to drink bourbon?
With ice in Joseph Magnus.
All right, we're covering. I need a new freaking glass.
Get you a glass. Do we have some in here? We do have some in here. Surprisingly enough, we have glasses in this drawer.
Yeah.
What do you want?
Give me some double oak.
There you go.
All right, so we're going to cover glassware.
Sure.
We're going to cover whether you add ice, water, mixers, neat. We're just going to jump into this.
Okay.
All right.
I think it needs to be jumped into.
What are the proper glassware? We're drinking out of traditional rocks glasses. What are some of the types of glasses?
So we're going to talk about solo cups, snoots, glencairns, rocks glasses, and shot glasses.
Let's just go into solo cups. In a pinch, at a party, you just want to get drunk, I guess you can drink out of a solo cup. I mean, something's better than nothing. I mean, some bourbon's better than no bourbon. If you're wanting to sit down and enjoy solo cup, nah.
Next up is a shot glass. Do we drink bourbon out of shot glasses? Just like the solo cup, if you absolutely have to.
Or you want to get drunk.
Or you want to get drunk, that's fine. But for tasting, this is not a good tasting glass. It's not a good smelling glass. I just wouldn't recommend it.
All right, so this brings us to tasting glasses. This in particular is a Glencairn. The time that you're going to use this is if you want to appreciate a bourbon, you need a tasting glass.
Yeah, if you want to smell all the notes that these bourbons have to offer.
Yes.
That's the best glass to do it.
So that's what it is. With the bulb down here, it holds the alcohol notes, the ethanol notes, and then it funnels all the smells, that wonderful smells, straight to the nose. So you kind of get in there. And the neat thing about this is as you tip it different angles, you can smell different aspects of the bourbon with a tasting glass that you're never going to pick up in a rocks, God forbid, a shot glass or a solo cup. This is to appreciate your bourbon. This is the glass that you're definitely going to want to go for.
The last one is what's called a Snoot. It is like a Glencairn, except it's metal, and it's like the insulated Yeti material. It won't heat up the bourbon as you're holding it.
Could we consider this a hybrid?
A hybrid, yeah.
Yeah, kind of a hybrid glass.
Yeah. This is a nice glass for going outside in the winter or just in the summer, really anytime. You don't have to worry about it heating or cooling down the bourbon while it's outside. It's a nice glass, and it's in the same shape as the Glencairn, so you still get the properties of the Glencairn where you can still smell it real well.
Yeah, and the great thing is it's you can still smell similar. You don't get quite as good of a nose from that as you do a Glencairn, but that's easier to drink out of. Yeah. That's the downside of the Glencairn. It's a little bit harder to drink out of it. So I mean, you're not going to sit there and just really sip and enjoy, because you gotta get it back there to really get that sip on it.
Yeah, and another good thing about the Snoot rather than the Glencairn is that go ahead and throw that on the ground. Go ahead. Throw it on. You don't want to, do you?
No, I don't want to.
Because it's glass and it'll break.
Glass.
This right here is metal. It will not break. I think I broke your wall.
It didn't break the cup, it broke the freaking wall.
Well, that's what you get when you have a Snoot.
You said that was last, but actually, okay, the rocks glass. This is, quintessential. This is the glass that when you think of drinking whiskey or bourbon, you think about it in a rocks glass. I mean, this is what we're drinking out of, 70% of the time. When we're not like sitting here tasting, nosing, blinding bourbons, things of that sort, we're grabbing just a beautiful rocks glass and having a nice pour. It allows you to appreciate everything in the bourbon. You're not gonna get a great nose out of it because it's letting a lot of those smells dissipate from the top. But what's great about a rocks glass is you can add ice if you choose. You can put ice in it, and you've got the room to get that ice cube in. If you're gonna do ice, okay, so let's get into this. Ice. When you do add ice, what would be the reasons to add some ice to it?
Some people add ice during the summer.
You want to cool it down. You're you're sitting out there in summer on the patio. Summertime patio, maybe you don't want to drink it neat. So you're gonna add some ice to it, cool it down. Also, hey, if you got a high proof bourbon, you want to kind of slowly sip on that and not get yourself schnockered. Ice is gonna cool it down and start to melt
those proof points.
Exactly. Yeah. So bottom line is you can put ice on it and it's going to change the flavor. Now, if you're going to do ice, here's what we highly suggest.
Use a larger ice cube. It melts slower. It allows your drink to cool quicker because it's a larger surface area, so there's more surface area for the bourbon to attach. We would suggest using filtered watered ice, because the ice that you put into your bourbon, whatever water was used to make it, it's going to add those flavors to it. You don't want to use tap water ice to cool down your bourbon, because when it melts, that tap water flavor is going to be introduced to the bourbon. You want to use filtered water to ice. It just introduces the cold and none of the taste.
Now, some people just add water to it. So, I mean, some of the reasons to add water is, especially if you're starting out with a higher proof bourbon, the more as you add water droplets to it, it is going to proof the bourbon down and you're going to open it up. So you're going to open up different flavors, different smells as you explore through those proof points. It's a great way if you really want to experiment, just a drop of water at a time. Again, use filtered water. Don't use tap water for this.
Or bottled water is fine.
Bottled water, distilled water would be phenomenal because you would get a very neutral point on that. Drop at a time and experiment with it, have some fun, open it up. All right, so by the way, if you like what we're doing, please hit that like button. It really helps us out with the whole algorithms thing and these interwebs. And hit that notification bell so you know when we're dropping new videos each week. All right, so let's talk about mixers. Now, if we're talking about lumping cocktails in there too, old fashions, Manhattans, oh yes, hell yeah. Because you get to appreciate the bourbon that's in the cocktail. I'm all about some great cocktails. Now, when we're talking about, okay, mixing it with Coke, mixing it with...
Stop. Coke. Okay, look, Crown and Coke, Jack and Coke, we've all had them. We're all guilty. I'm going into a rant. All right, here's the deal. Don't you put... what I'm talking about!
Okay. And on that note, I guess we know how you feel personally about mixing bourbon and Coke. If you enjoy it that way, go for it. I guess here's the bottom line, folks. There are so many ways to drink bourbon. You can drink it neat, which we really prefer. You can drink it on ice. You can drink it with a little bit of water. You can mix it with Coke. You can mix it with, different cocktails. Drink it how you enjoy it. I mean, so I guess the question is, what is the right way to drink bourbon?
However the fuck you want to.